I'm Madison Engel.
And I'm her mother, Lisa Engel, and we have a chihuahua named Gracie. We got Gracie from a rescue about 3 years ago. She weighed 1.5 pounds. We noticed Gracie was gaining weight about 5 months after we got her and started limping. She's had 1 knee replacement, but she can't have the second one until she loses more weight. I'm afraid if we don't get some help, that we might lose her.
I can't help Lisa and Madison get Gracie down to her ideal weight unless they understand how dangerously obese she is. It's so important for Madison and Lisa to see exactly how much she weighs compared to what she should weigh. A healthy max weight for a full breed Chihuahua would be 8 pounds. Wow. 42 pounds.
Here with me is animal expert and trainer, the man you were just seeing at the end there, Travis Brorson. Travis, just like in humans, obesity is the cause of much of our disease, right?
Yep.
And the same for animals.
That's right. She couldn't stand to eat her own food. Like, literally stand up on her feet to eat her own food. They'd take her out for a walk. She couldn't get halfway down the block before somebody had to carry her. She was so overweight. Whenever I lived in Los Angeles, I had a boxer named Presley, and he changed my life. I did everything wrong. That's why. I literally was making all the mistakes in the book because before I was a trainer, and I had that experience with a pet that changed my life from that bonding experience. And so I thought, if there is a way that I could help other people have that same connection and that same bond, all they need is to be educated.
That's really all it is, right? I think so many people, just like with humans, we equate love with food, and those two things are very separate.
Very separate. Pets, to them, love is compassion, caring, spending quality time. It doesn't have to come through.
It doesn't have to come from treats.
Right.
So Gracie is the dog that we saw there. What's the program like?
Yeah, of course. So, you know, we come in and we first assess the situation, because a lot of people could say, oh my gosh, well, the pet's overweight. They just need to feed it less and exercise it more. But that's not always the case.
And with Gracie, she couldn't exercise more because she was physically incapacitated.
That's right. So owners go, well, she can't, so they don't do it. And they don't take action. They validate, they make excuses. So we come in and we find out what's going to help the family make these choices so they can do it together and grow that bond and relationship.
And continue the work after you leave the process.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay, so this is Gracie before. Shall we bring Gracie and Lisa out? Come on, Lisa. Hi.
She is. Her collar literally came off when I was holding the leash earlier. It slipped over her head.
She was so excited.
Yeah.
Lisa, tell us about, it's very obvious to me, but tell us about her changes in mood and energy since the process began.
She's a different dog. I mean, Travis got her standing up to eat now, and before she wouldn't go on any walks alone. Well, she wouldn't go on walks at all. And now she gets excited, loves swimming.
Yeah, we got her swimming. That's
brilliant. Of course, she can move her legs without the stress. Yes, do you love to swim? Okay, so we have a couple of displays set up here. Should we bring Gracie on over?
Yeah, let's do.
Can Gracie come? Can we put her up here so that everybody can see Grace? Hi, baby. Hi. How much has Gracie lost so far?
So Gracie's lost almost 13 pounds. She's
Yay!
Which is, when you think about it, 30% of her body weight that she's lost.
You're doing so well.
Yeah.
So what are we looking at here, the body condition score?
So this is something people can use at home. You know, veterinarians use it to visually assess, you know, whether a pet is overweight or obese. 1 and 2, very underweight. 1 being severely underweight, where you can actually see ribs protruding, you don't want that, clearly. You know, and then you move on to number 3, which is an ideal weight, where you want to actually be able to run your hands gently over her sides. So, Rachel, if you just gently run them over your sides, we want to be able to feel ribs, and we can't quite feel them on Gracie yet because she still has a little work to do. But she's getting there. So Gracie really is around the number 4, which is where you can't see that hourglass shape that you want to see with her.
Right.
But she was, I mean, she was tipping.
She started out obese.
Yeah, she was at the 5. So that's exactly, you know, where we need her going.
Yes. Yes.